Yep, the BRB returns once again. For some reason, I'm trying to change the ticker on Twitch, and it's not letting me do it. It's actually loading up pretty bad. Give me a sec. So we're going to start up Jak and Daxter. This was a game that also, much like Ratchet and Clank, I never played. But the only difference is I've never played anything in this series. I've actually owned Jak 3 and the kart racer, but I never played them. And I think I either gave them away or sold them. I'm not too sure. I might have the kart racer still. It might be in a box or something. I got those free because I got a game that didn't work. And when I tried to return it, they're like, oh, I'll just send you some other stuff. And I'm like, all right, let's see what you get. And I must have been satisfied with it because I still have it. So, there's that. But I've got no clue what these games are like. I might have seen like a couple cutscenes or something. But unlike what I was talking about when I was doing Ratchet and Clank, where I'd seen gameplay of it, or I'd seen some footage on G4, or seen like that show Cheat where they covered it, I've never seen anything with this game. Outside of maybe a couple cutscenes. So, this is going to be completely blind. Kind of interesting, because I don't, especially with a game like kind of around this era, where it's pretty popular, I tend to at least know a little bit about it, but I know nothing about this, so I don't know. Should be interesting. I just bought the PS3 trilogy. It's a similar situation to the Ratchet and Clank trilogy, but I bought it digitally, whereas the Ratchet and Clank, I got the actual disc for that. So it's a little bit weird because it has these games like individually packaged. I don't know. But apparently they're fine. Similar situation with the remaster for Ratchet and Clank. It's good. I heard that there might have been some clipping of some of the game off just to get it in 16:9, but overall it's not terrible. But it was certainly easier than trying to track down physical copies of the PS2 discs or even that trilogy pack, which seems to be climbing up in price nowadays. So I'm kind of fine with playing it this way. Especially since I'm just checking out the first installment for right now, and then we'll decide, based on these games, if I'm actually going to play through the rest of this series. Which I might end up doing eventually, but I think I just want to stick with one right now after we finish up with these 3 games. So, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Interesting name for a first game in the story, in the series. I guess they knew they were going to do more. This is made by Naughty Dog. It's the same people. I mean, Naughty Dog is pretty famous now. I mean, Insomniac kind of kept up in relevancy, but I feel like they dropped off for a little bit until they made the Spider-Man game. Whereas Naughty Dog was just continually making games that were kind of at the forefront of whatever particular generation of game it was. But made it known, made it big time with the Crash series. Then they did the Jak and Daxter, then they did the Uncharted series, and they did the Last of Us. So they've kind of kept up over the years. Not gonna lie, Jak and Daxter seems like a character made in the 90s, like real early 90s. Like it was intended to be a comic book character, not video. Well, I don't know. It doesn't really strike. I mean, it strikes me as like a late 90s concept, maybe. But anyway, this seems like it could be a little bit more different. Whereas I feel like Ratchet and Clank, you can kind of see the developer influence between Spyro and this game. I kind of get the feeling like this might be a little bit different. But again, I don't really know about this game all that well, so we'll see what it's like. Yeah, let's make that save data. Guess it's going to take a while. Got to write up all that data. Yeah, slot 1's fine.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why
a lot of questions, man.
I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet.
Even the rocks do not crawl. Just remember that line forever.
The answer begins not with careful research.
Even Dwayne The Rock Johnson does not recall.
As with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Does Jack ever talk? He seems like one of them silent protagonists.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know
it's the Dark Elves.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack you.
Oh my god, she's got a rack on her. Jesus.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps. Huh?
Titty's good.
Oh,
Big
stupid
booba.
precursor junk. Eek! What is that, dog?
I ain't complaining.
It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy.
Can definitely hear the crash soundscape. Yeah, me too. That xylophone.
Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
Yeah, I don't think Jack talks. He's one of them grunting and murmuring protagonists.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What?
Oh. That's weird.
Okay. I'm fine.
I didn't see that coming. I figured they just met somewhere else. I didn't know that he was like an elf man and then turned into a whatever the hell he is. A ferret?
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go.
Weasel? Well, ferrets are still weasels.
And Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man! Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage.
I guess that doesn't happen.
Far to the north. Far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield.
Who are
I just
you?
happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even
Got that
more of
rasp
them
in her
out in
voice.
the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
brave adventurer. You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Always with the plants and the rocks, huh? It's just gonna keep you happy. That was a pretty lengthy exposition. Oh look, this game actually knows what's normal for the X and Y axis camera control. Of course, we can't look up or down. We can just zoom in or out.
It's a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Okay, kind of what I figured. It looks like it's an action platformer, which I guess that was a safe assumption to begin with. He's even got a spin attack. Okay, yeah, we can definitely see the Crash influence on this one. Same dev team probably didn't change up all that much. Oh, we can roll. I guess that just pulls up the HUD. Bunch of collectibles to find. That's not too unusual.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
I guess I better do it then. Yeah, I was kind of noticing him like love looking at Daxter, the various moves. I was noticing him like when he did the spin attack, like how he kind of whips around on Jak. Oh boy, we got another game with a lot of collectibles though. I don't know if this is going to be irritating or not.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav Zoomer.
Okay, Zoomer. Oh. Whoa. I'm following icon appears the progress being saved. So icon is okay. Well, I wasn't planning on it, but thank you. Just don't turn off the system, bro. I wish the camera was a little bit faster. Maybe I could change that. Can we change that? Let's take a look at the options. Camera options. Horizontal camera control. No speed options. That sucks. Oh well. Oh, we get a double jump right off the bat. That's nice.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these bosses, you should jump in the
Figured it
air
out.
and then dive down onto it, hands first.
It's got a rock hard head.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Is there a way to reset the camera quickly? Can I at least do that? I don't think so. I guess when you move, it sort of tries to reorient itself. I'm not too sure.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies.
I was gonna say, what is that?
Area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Okay. They look so weird. Guess you can always tell where they are based on that sound, though. Alright. Let's see what this does. Ooh!
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Sort of like invincibility, I guess. Let me go back here because I feel like I missed a couple things. The final fly popped out of power orb. Did I even get it? I don't think I got it. We need to go back anyway and look through all this crap. Ah yes, the vastness of the islands. Ugh, it's all covered in smog. Hold up. Ah, there it is. Yep, didn't see it. Kingdom Hearts Island is just over there, don't go there. Don't worry.
All 7 in each area. You can find even more power cells.
I make plenty of attempts not to play that game.
This is a precursor door.
This.
It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
I don't suppose there's another one nearby, huh?
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Cool. The Kingdom Hearts games are fine on a gameplay perspective, I feel. You got bored with 1 though. I don't think I got bored with 1. I think I got bored with 2. Open says me. But I never finished 2, but it actually has a pretty deep combat system, which is kind of nice, but it's such a... I don't know, the main reason I was playing it was because of the Final Fantasy characters, and then the Final Fantasy characters were like so watered down, I just got disappointed by that, so that already put me off. So, and I didn't like the characterizations, I didn't like the look of it all that much, though it did have some nice and clean visuals. I did like the combat, so that kept me, I think, sticking with it. I actually 100% of that game when I got it.
On the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or 1 big green one to increase your health.
Okay. Make it sound so dramatic. But overall, just the absurdity of the concepts and then like the story. I don't use the term cringe that often, but yeah, it's a very cringe-worthy story. A lot of the characters' interactions, it's like 2000s anime archetype 101. So definitely not my cup of tea.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
But that all just started to wear on me by the time I was getting into Kingdom Hearts 2. And so I never finished that one. We got all the eggs. I know this, but I've never opened the door. Maybe the door closed on its own. I don't know. You know, someone that was really into Kingdom Hearts, he even calls it incredibly cringy. Yeah, I mean, people really get it. There's a strong fan base for that game, but I think a lot of people do recognize that it is. It's a bit of a cringy game. I don't know if I was supposed to get on that platform, but oh well, we're not doing it. Let's see, Little Mermaid scene. Yeah, everybody makes threads about that one. What you playing, son? Are you winning, son? I played that. Nobody ever saw me play that, though. To exit to... or is... okay. That's the warp. Okay, gotcha.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay in Chad Pig Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green.
Both Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter
Head out to the far side.
have very expressive and fluid animations, but I think Jak and Daxter might have the one up on Ratchet and Clank.
Right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Okay. You heard of the hearts of darkness that have a key to your heart, and the darkness hearts have mentioned Xenohort? Yeah, that sounds like Kingdom Hearts plotline to me. Yeah, I couldn't really get past any of that. I was a teenager at the time, so especially as a teen, I feel like I wouldn't have been able to tolerate that, but oh boy, a lot of that dialogue and the story plot points and everything are just eye-rolling, so at least for me, I know there's some pretty big fans of it. What you doing in here?
Hey, baby! What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
What are you staring at? Staring at the back engines of that thing so intently. Okay, let's see. Work with me, camera. What are we looking for? Hey, wait a sec. Did the camera... Goddamn camera feel like it switched on me. Did I switch that? I don't know if I switched it. Alright, so they do have the same issue. Maybe I just got used to it, just playing it off right off the bat. Well, whereas Ratchet and Clank has like the, designed levels that you travel to. I mean, I'm not that this one isn't going to be that way, but it seems like this game's got like more of a hub. So that's kind of interesting. What? The hell was that?
It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Yeah, they also make a weird noise. I feel like that's kind of more telling, but okay. Are you the mayor?
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
90? Jesus. Wish people would tell you, you're funny like that. You're funny. I don't know, a little I've heard this game might have the one-up in the voice department too. Not that anything in Ratchet and Clank was bad, but there's a certain finesse to be had with animations and vocal talent.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I wish to set off on my journey.
Where'd they dig this guy up out of?
But I seem to be a spot short on the old Precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun.
Does that mean he looks better now?
Would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
And everybody wants orbs. Okay, yeah. I guess I got 50 out of that, yeah.
Well, in my day, you could walk there without me.
It's okay, let's leave quickly. Breaking into some kind of story, I don't want to listen to that. This game's just Spyro, but everyone's money bags, apparently. Everybody wants something. Oh, we get the flies too? Nice. Ah, shit. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to, like, take out enemies too, but I guess that's not the case. What the hell is that? A little sandworm.
Those all-metal boxes are thicker than a Jak Daxter, but there must be something that can bust them open. All right, treasure!
Whoa, 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 whoa! I thought that was treasure.
Stretcher? Yuck. I think.
What a weird game over screen. It's like the early days of the Arkham games. Okay, so I guess the bags are not treasure. They are, in fact, painful. Think about it, Ratchet and Clank. Everybody wants money in that game too. All these games have currency and you gotta spend it all on everything. If you want to progress, at least. Who the hell's throwing that? Bunch of ah! Oh, I wish I could look up. I want to look up. I talked about what this game possibly has a one-up in terms of comparing them with Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, but I feel like maybe the camera and the movement controls are a little bit better in Ratchet and Clank. But the presentation is possibly a little better here. This one's not bad. The movement in this game is faster, which I like. I think a little bit better than Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, it's got those fluid animations, but it also feels a little bit more sluggish. Guess I'm not doing anything with that. Oh, hey, power orb. Or whatever, core. Out of the way, snake. The soundtrack in this game, it's not bad, but it also feels more ambiatic too. Whereas, I don't know, the soundtrack in Ratchet and Clank felt like it was a little bit more at the forefront. It's definitely more noticeable. Whereas this is sort of like the epitome of background music. Not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, I think the jams are going to be in Ratchet and Clank. This is kind of more just going to capture the feel of the area. I'm curious to see what Sly Cooper's like. I feel like the similarities are going to be a lot stronger between these two games that I'm playing. And then it seems like Sly is going to be a lot more different, but that might end up being a good thing. Who knows? But I think Sly is going to be more, I don't know. I know that there's a bit of a 3D platformer element to it, but there's also somewhat of a stealth element, which I think is going to be pretty cool.
If you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg.
I didn't even know that was a quest. It just seemed like a natural thing to do. Gotta break open the egg. Alright, let's see what she wants.
Want to talk to the bird watchers.
Oh my. I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Thank you. Oh my god. Sly has the strongest style and story for you. That's what it seems like. It seems like it's got a very strong sense of style.
Cute. It thinks you're its mama.
I'm not your mom. You see any feathers here?
That's Mama Luigi to you.
Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me.
I just noticed her hat.
To take care of her.
Yeah, rock on, Daxter. Eggs over hard. But strongest and sense of story too. That's interesting. If I were to peg one that would have had a pretty strong story, I would have guessed it might have been Jak and Daxter. Especially because it seems like the sequels to this game seems to take itself pretty seriously, from what I've heard. And according to some people, maybe even too seriously. But yeah, I'm pretty interested in playing through. I mean, these are all new experiences for me, so I'm very interested in seeing what they all have to offer. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't think I got a rundown on everything. But this is a big open world to explore. Well, you know, compared to other games.
Well, I see that you two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Okay, there's gotta be... Alright, here it is. There is stuff down there. Okay, I don't know if I want to walk down there, though, when it looks like there's other things to do up here. It would be nice if I could just turn the camera in third-person view mode, but it looks like if I want to look up or down. Oh, there's a day and night cycle, too. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, who needs enemies with friends like these? You just get mocked for the rest of your existence. Ooh. Let's see. I guess I'll jump down the hole. Maybe. Don't think I can get up to anywhere else. Might need another ability or something.
Punch those poles out from below.
How do I do that? How do I do that? Enlighten me, please. Alright. The Orbist. Oh, okay. Punch and jump. Alright. Well, nobody disclosed that to me in the game. It's kind of a weird way to go about doing it, though. You'd think it'd be like a lock maneuver or something. Or like jump and then punch, not punch and jump. But thank you for giving me the rundown. Just kind of like moves forward a bit. That probably, because I saw there was some sort of pole or tree stump looking thing on the upper area there, so that probably just gets us to those high spots. Yeah, there's a roll. I noticed there was a roll. I don't know what it does in relation to abilities, though. Okay, you could like... I could probably cross larger gaps by rolling and then jumping.
Yeah, so we got a Precursor Launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us. Hey, seagulls! Let's buzz them for kicks.
For kicks. Ah, hidden egg. We got over 90, so we can go give it to the mayor or uncle. One or the other. Let's see if we can get 180, though. Calm down, Jesus. Ah. Yeah, I don't really like the camera in this game. It's a little slow to respond. I mean, it's workable, but there's definitely been better cameras with other games around this time period. Of course I gotta be excited. When you're doing voice acting, you have to be overly excited. Oh, okay.
Wow! They caused an avalanche! Let's check it out!
Yeah, that was a little weird, but alright. Anything over here? No. Lots of enemy variety. Lots of enemy variety in Ratchet & Clank too, actually. Every world has a different design, but they might all serve similar purposes. I still need to get up to the upper area. Here we go. Check out what's going on with these pole things. Oh, I think one... I already got that, yeah. Look at that. One was supposed to get us up to that other platform, but I found an alternative way to actually do that. Cool. Sounds like a scene from the movie The Birds. These birds just caused an avalanche. I guess that's what happened, huh? I'm not too sure where that happened either, but yeah, that was a weird course of events. I wouldn't have thought that they would have been related into getting an orb at any point. Where did that... Do we have a... We don't have a map, do we? Like, I saw there was a waterfall where that happened, but I don't know where that waterfall was. Language, English. Yes, please. Maybe I should go back down. Maybe it's over there? I don't know. It looks like I have to go down anyway. There is stuff. Right there. I never saw any of the blue goo or the blue stuff. Oh, hey. At least anywhere nearby here where I could actually get onto that little platform. Yeah, no, they pop out a little bit slow. So I never think to like check back. I'll just hit the thing and then move on. Might be some way to unlock that, I'm not too sure. Well, focusing on so many other things, it's easy to blind out. Got a nest up here. These deals. Oh, maybe that's where the orb was. There's just one sitting on the beach like that. Oh no, there's one over there too. Damn it. Too many orbs. Oh, can we swim? Shut up, Daxter. I prefer like the 3D movement control for underwater controls. But at least maybe we don't have to be going underwater that often. Doesn't move forward very much when he dives. So kind of have to like hold it to get down there. Yeah, the depth perception, I think, in particular. Maybe if I could reorient the camera a little bit better, it'd probably be easier to see, but that was a little weird. That was a little weird. Oh, you bastard.
That pelican just snagged a power cell. Let's go kick some big bird butt.
Oh, that's where it is. Alright. Oh, give me a sec. There's something going on here. Oh, shit. It's those explosive gift bags again. Who is throwing that? I don't know, it's not important right now. Okay, well, at least if I hold it down... It's so slow. At least if I hold it down and go down to the very bottom, it seems like he's still able to pick up the orbs, so... It wasn't necessarily something that I had to. Oops. Target.
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again.
Oh, God. Which one was it? Was it this one? Oh! Split second. Almost didn't get it. Well, there was another one that was just kind of hanging out on this upper level, too. Okay, I think this is the one that was caused, or that came down because of the avalanche. He's got a lot of dance moves going on. Look at that. Getting them dance moves in. Okay, so what else can we do here except for that one platform? Maybe if I run back from this way, I can get to that platform. It seems like an awful long way to go, though. I don't know if I'll be able to make that. I don't know if there's something else I need to do. Not do any swimming. No, I don't think it's possible. It's running out too much. Doesn't seem like there's any other places where I could get the blue goo. If there's a means to unhinge that or not. Alright, whatever. Not gonna worry about it right now. Oh, look, more egg. I think this replenished. That's interesting. There's not like a set amount of these egg. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. I think maybe those bags that got tossed, those just blew these things open. Yeah, there it goes.
More orbs.
See, that's what he was talking about before. That's why I was confused, because one of those bags must have blown open the metal chest. And then he's like, all right, treasure. And I'm like, ooh, where? And then I saw the bag immediately pop up next to me. I'm like, oh, okay. That must be it then. I tried to collect it, and then I just got my ass blown open. Finally. I think there were still some that were underwater, but I'm not too keen on going after that right now. I mean, maybe it'll be a necessity, I don't know, but I'll worry about it later. Oh, you know what? Hold up. That doesn't really help me that much with the power-up. Ugh, I need to sneeze there. Because, like, this actually gets us pretty far just by default, but I don't think it's any faster if I use the roll. In fact, it slows me down. I don't know. There must be a way to get to that platform with a charge, but I don't think I want to do it right now.
Hey! Lil
Whoa, dude!
Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact,
What the hell was that?
without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box.
I'm starting to sound like a southerner now.
Misty Island. Oh, I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
I don't think we have a choice. Florida man can't be escaped. Yeah, he's more, yeah, the stoner Californian. Like, whoa, dude. Catching those big waves. Alright, I'm gonna give my orbs to you.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good. Hey, you have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Trying to get me out so soon, huh? I like the heavy panting he did at the end of that. Let's see. Is there anybody in here? Oh, this is the bird lady. We didn't see her at first. We just saw her after we already did the task. Alright, looks like there's stuff going on here. What's that? Some kind of cowboy cattleman? Alright. Oh, very cool camera. Okay, well those things get me the eggs, I guess. That's good. But at least I know it's not, like, pressing.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh,
What?
it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Looks like they might have maybe based him off Lee Van Cleef. Just a tad. we got some cattle rustling to get on. Let me grab all this crap first. I'll get right back with you. Fire Canyon, you say? Alright, maybe I'll come back to that. Sounds dangerous. Get along, little doggies. Twilight Princess goat rustling flashbacks. Oh yeah, that was something in Spyro too, huh? You can almost kind of steer them. It looks like they turn opposite direction that you're walking in, so it's not too bad. I just want to move faster. The moral of the story is that video games promote smacking farm animals. And what a lesson it is. Ah, shit, we got one more. Sometimes you just gotta punch some cattle. Or at least thrust your animal friend into it.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Alright, pay up.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Getting them orbs. Actually, we just got 7 more. I say we're getting pretty close. Let's see if I could get at least 20 of them before I finish up. See what happens. Ah, new area. Okay, we got the Fire Canyon or whatever, and now the Forbidden Jungle. I guess let's go in here. Hey, what's up, Skirty? Welcome back. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. I guess you're familiar with this series, or at least this game. Yeah, I've been thinking about these games a lot. I've been thinking about Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper, so I decided at the beginning of the new year I was gonna boot up all 3 of them. And whichever one I like the most, I'm gonna end up streaming the rest of the series. Well, to an extent. If I like Ratchet and Clank the most, I'm probably gonna stop with the PS2 games. But I'll at least do the next 2 sequels. I don't want to make any promises on any, like, 15-game series, though. Yeah, look at that snake. Okay. I guess it came down to me. It's one of those beautiful OG games. It looks pretty good, yeah. I've been kind of talking about all 3 of those games, though. I think I do agree with Sabotage. I feel like likely Sly is probably going to have the most unique and maybe even the best look, but I've been impressed with the visuals on him so far. Though Ratchet, with some of its skyboxes and level designs, kind of impressed me to a great extent. Oops. You had a hard time playing Ratchet and Clank as a kid because the controls are reversed. The camera, is that what you're talking about? Oh man, I hated the camera. The camera on this one was reversed too, and they consider that normal. No. But fortunately, it seems like with these remasters, you're actually able to change the way that the camera direction controls. Which, I mean, I'd get used to it eventually anyway, I'm sure. But it I don't know, it just pissed me off like when I first did it. Oops. Well, I didn't.
Something really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get change back now?
You're kind of in the box there. I don't know what that was. All right. Anyway, what I was going to say was, yeah, they let you change it. I don't think it was available in the original versions of these games where you could actually change the camera orientation. But I don't like the fact that the way that the camera movement works was reversed to begin with. Oh yeah, now he's in a weasel. He's in a weasel box form now. It's like putting on too many forms. Shit. We have too many curses to lift. Piranhas. Oh god. Man, this jungle area is a nightmare. Those games that your parents will let you play before shooters for sure. Yeah, and I think these games kind of had that connotation of being like, you know, the little kid games still. Despite the fact, I don't know, I feel like the Jak Daxter, especially when you get to the sequels from what I've heard, definitely feels like it's for an older audience. But I think just like a lot of the writing in this one, well, and the fact that we had like characters with massive racks. But that aside, I feel like these are kind of geared towards an older kid audience, like maybe even up into the teens. I think I might need something for that, because I'm sure as hell not jumping over there. Looks like I better swing along. Good night, Jak. Alright, well there's a couple treasure chests over there, but I'm not worried about too much. Let's just move on, shall we? Massive racks are for all ages, yeah. For sure. Crowd pleaser in all forms. Oh man, okay. This new area seems a little bit rough though. There's a lot going on here. Stupid vines, shit coming after you. You got these explosive boxes that I didn't even know exploded. Like that, I mean, that looks sort of important. I wouldn't have known that unless somebody expressed it to me beforehand. Like, hey, watch out for that. I guess once I hit it, then they told me. But it's like I could figure that out but when I took damage. So, thanks. This game seems to have the stronger emphasis on the platforming, though. Whereas I felt like Ratchet and Clank was kind of more simpler, but it also has a third-person shooter aspect of it, too, so you're kind of balancing out different forms of gameplay. But if we're basing, like, off of the games that these companies made prior to these games, I mean, Crash was always way more intense with the platforming, and also a lot harder. I had trouble as a kid, like as a little kid in, you know, age 6 and 7 or whenever those games came out. Trying to play through the Crash Bandicoot games, whereas Spyro was a little bit more my speed. Those games were definitely easier. Crash just frustrated me. Sir, when I tell you that bullets are dangerous, that gun just you has bullets. Glad for the warning. Well, I mean, when you put it like that. But I mean, it's a yellow box. It doesn't have like a, you know, an explosive marker on it or anything. I didn't know what the emblem was. If somebody's shooting at me, I could probably surmise what it might be, but let me get through this. Ah, wait. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I haven't played this game in ages, you missed it so much. Yeah, I actually had to, because I sold the copies that I owned that I never played of the Jak and Daxter games. But anyway, I had. Let me try what's over here. Hold up. I had sold those versions, and I had to rebuy this trilogy collection. Well, rebuy. I never owned the trilogy collection, but I had to buy the trilogy collection off the PSN on the PS3, which is a bit of an experience. You have to like fill the wallet for the PS3, or you have to fill the wallet for, I guess, your PlayStation Network account on a PS4, and then you have to launch up the PS3 and then use the wallet funds through the store that way. And it takes a long time to download these games. The servers that they put them on must have just, I don't know, they're like in the back end of a janitor's closet or something, because they are slow. You can double jump and then spin trick for a triple jump. Oh yeah, you can. That's nice. Yeah, we're figuring out some of the subtleties of the mechanics here that they don't exactly express to you. I guess maybe if I had the manual or something, it would probably not be as much of an issue. God damn it.
Well, better you than me.
Yeah, what are you doing? Oh, the checkpoint is far. But yeah, there are subtleties to the mechanics that they don't really seem to express. They express you like the bare minimum. Because that opening level was almost a little bit handholdy, but since then, there's been stuff that we've needed to do to progress, and it's not like they've told me how to do it. But yeah, good to keep in mind with some of it. Yep, throw you to the wolves, so to speak. Kind of let you have at it. Like I said, if I had the manual, I bet I could pull it up. But it's one of those things where, especially if it's a digital game, it's a bit more of an ordeal than just grabbing the manual from the game case. So, I don't know. And I don't necessarily want to do that on stream, so we're just kind of doing this trial by fire. But this is probably made in that era where they express to you how to play a game through the manual as opposed to having it be hard set within the actual game and having tutorials. Those days are long gone, let me tell you. Still, it hasn't been too bad. I do think that this one will end up being a lot more challenging than maybe all of the other two games. Okay. See, what happened last time there was I was down to 1 health, and I landed without knowing what exactly was there. Ah, crap. So there's the main thing I don't like about this game in comparison to Ratchet and Clank is the camera. I think the camera is not that great, especially when it gets into a fixed mode like that. I think it kind of sucks actually, but yeah, no, we'll get through it. I mean, Crash Bandicoot was a fixed camera too. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating in that game as well, but at least with Crash, you were down a set, like, linear path in most cases. The free cam is okay, but you can only move it left or right, and when you hit it, try to go up or down, it only zooms in and out. And I wish I could look up and down. I mean, I could do that when I go into first-person view mode just by hitting triangle, but I'd rather just do it in third-person mode. It's a little bit weird. It's not, I mean, I don't hate the game because of it, but it's kind of an odd choice. And I think especially having just played Ratchet and Clank a few minutes ago, I can appreciate the camera in that game a lot more than I can with this one. But so far I'm liking what I'm playing with this one. Ah, there we go. That looks important. Hold up. Let me get all these egg before we get up there. Ah, there we are.
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco vents have been
That scared. I was like, what the hell is that?
I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco vents as well.
I forget they're watching me at all times. Yeah, Daxter getting his groove on. I like those like level end animations. Woo! Getting all sorts of egg. It's an actual boss? Oh, shit. Okay. What, did I actually? Okay, I think I hit it. I mean, there are points where people watching me at all times, it's expected, and and then there's like the privacy of picking up my own little power orbs and then somebody going, wow! Ah! Ooh. Okay, that works. Oh, man. Black thumb. It's so flat. Alright, anything else in here? Aside from that. Oh, okay. You're back on the drums. Be careful with that thing. Hold up. Let's see. 3 out of 7. Forbidden Jungle. There's still a few more here. 85 out of 150. And we got plenty to still pick up. I wonder if I missed anything back in that area past the bridge here. Oh, it looks like there's stuff down here. Let's see about dropping. Can we drop? Can we just fall? There we go. Forgot about all the celebratory animations. I haven't been paying a 100% attention, but it seems like every time I look, it's something new too, so there are a lot of them. This just gets us back up top to where we already were. Yeah. Let's keep looking. There's that. That'll get me more eggs. Ah! Well, you can't even touch them? Jeez.
Jack, can I have your insect collection?
Why would you want that? Are you going to eat them? Yeah, I guess those things are highly volatile.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't
spit out my water
catch a
first.
single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge? There are 2 types of good fish to catch. 1-pound fishies and 5-pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch.
Well, you don't want it? This reminds me of, oh, it's like Kaboom. This reminds me of like an old PC or Atari game, or an old PC minigame that's in like a point-and-click adventure game. Ah, shit! Alright, let's give it another try. Can I use... I want to use the D-pad. Yeah, this isn't going to work out so well. You know what's great about Kaboom? Using that joystick with precision. Maybe if I... Okay, no, that didn't work. It's like maybe if I grab the analog stick differently. I don't like moving it around with my thumb. Ah, shit! Alright, couple more tries. No! Better start sending all them big fish up soon. No!
Here comes a big one.
No! Oh, they are moving.
Looks like you could use a bigger net.
Did he give me a bigger net? I don't think I want a bigger net, especially when you got all these poisonous eels coming. This is hampering my ability. No, no, give me the smaller net.
Missed. Steady, boy. Hold steady.
Ah, son of a bitch! 175? Are you kidding me? Oh, God. I think I had a fishing game on PS2. It was miles easier than this. The Finding Nemo horror story. Probably. I mean, this is basically just Kaboom. You just have to get dropping stuff into your receptacle. So it's not too bad. But it's just, like, I don't know, keeping focus on it. I think that's the biggest trick. Like, if you ever play a Kaboom on Atari... Okay, I'll give it one more try. Fishing is supposed to be calming. You kind of get into this point where you get into trance-like mode. The only thing about Kaboom is I don't think there's stuff that you're not supposed to catch, which I think is what makes this trickier. Because, like, Kaboom, you're just trying to catch everything that pops up on screen. You're just trying to catch all the bombs that pop up on screen. I don't think there's stuff that you're supposed to intentionally miss. Whereas this, you kind of get fixed into that trance, and then you just think you got to catch everything. But then one of those poisonous ones just hops in, screws over your whole thing.
Steady, boy.
It's not crazy hard, but compared to everything else, it's surprisingly easy to mess up. Well, yeah, it's easy to mess up because one slip up. I mean, missing like a few of them in a row after a while, yeah, it wouldn't be as hard if that was the only caveat. But the fact that we have to avoid certain fish, that's what makes it the most challenging. Because that is a one and done. You get one eel and then you're just screwed. They're giving me a lot of those golden fish in a row, though. Don't tell me how to play the game. At least these things don't veer too much. I was kind of afraid that they'd start like veering into my net.
Missed again. Here comes a big one. Hold steady. Almost there. You did it!
Yes!
You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
Oh, surprisingly calm. Thank you, sir. Thanks, I appreciate the GGs. Oh my god. He's gone insane with power. He's just laughing at the amount of fish that he has. Alright, I don't think we can go down that way. Is there anything else to do down here? Calm down, bud. Calm down. Okay. Let's move up a little bit because I think there was a... Shut up down there. I think there's another little lower area that we can access that had some eggs or something in them. This is rent for the week. Yeah, he's got the strong pirate accent. It's a little Barbosa-ish. What are you doing? Huh, how'd the vine die? Okay, hold up a sec. I think I need that to get to that, Nope, nope. Oh, shit. What the hell is this? Ah, crap.
While you're down there, could you rub my feet?
No. No, I don't think that will be happening. Second time that's happened, we get this goddamn guy. We use one of those super jumps, and then it takes us directly into an enemy. Can we get them to run into the boxes? Oh, that would have been nice. Okay, let's see if I can get onto this thing again. There we go. I don't know what the hell this thing is, but it looks important. Oh shoot, is this one of those doors that we gotta open up? Yeah. Oh, the vines are dead because we killed the big plant. Alright, that makes sense. I've only come across a couple, but yeah, I'm seeing that all of them are dead now. Well, that's good. I'm glad something we did took an effect on the overworld. The big old contraption. Yeah, it's a nice view. I'm taking a look over at the surrounding islands and everything. Ah, shoot. Nice clean visuals. I do kind of wonder how the Sly games are going to hold up, because I'm actually going to be playing the PS2 copies of those games as opposed to playing the remaster versions of all these. I've heard that with the reason why I didn't want to do the PS2 copies with those is because there was content that was removed. Oh crap, I didn't want to fall that far. In the remasters. So I'm like, screw that, let's just play the originals. That was powerful. Looks like Cooper 2 is the best one. Yeah, never played any of those, so we'll see as we get to it, but kind of excited to get into the series, all those games, along with the rest of these. I just want to go over to this one. I think I probably could make it. There we go. Get my egg. It looked like there was a little path that was up at the top there. Depends on what generation, because I don't know. I played a lot of games growing up. I had Super Nintendo. I started with Super Nintendo. I started with DOS, if you really want to go all that far back. But started with DOS. First console I owned was a Super Nintendo. Had a load of games on the Super Nintendo. Got a PlayStation. Had a load of games on that. Eventually got a PS2 and an N64. Had a load of games on there. So, I mean, I consider all those generations as part of me growing up. So, kind of depends on the time period you're talking about, but... but if we're talking about like DOS, I mean, one of my favorite things to play was there was a shooting gallery game. There was a game called Space Goose that I played a lot, and then there was a Pac-Man game on the DOS. Probably wasn't officially licensed by Namco, but yeah, no. But those are probably the ones I played the most. In terms of Super Nintendo, maybe Link to the Past, the Super Star Wars trilogy. Those games for sure. Always loved those. And then, like, Super Nintendo was one of those things that I kept coming back to throughout the years, but I think I probably played those the most as a kid. I had other great games on the Super Nintendo, like Donkey Kong Country and stuff, but that whole trilogy. Mario games, like the... Okay, Daxter, okay. Had the Mario collection, the All-Stars collection, which was fun, but, you know, I was never a huge platforming fan. And probably didn't like them as much as some of the other games that I played. On the PlayStation, the Spyro trilogy was probably my bread and butter. I kept going back to those games. I always thought those were fun. Oh no, we're back to Laughing Pirate Man. How do we get out of this hell? I think for you to be Spyro, Ratchet & Clank, Sly Cooper, and Tomba 2. Oh, you still own a copy of Tomba? That's a pretty rare game nowadays to own physically. I have it digitally, but yeah, it's a little too rich for my blood to get a physical copy of that. Oh, there was something down here. This is the other beachhead. Hold up, let me see if I can get down. Is it behind the waterfall, maybe? Oh, wait, no, this is the entrance. Never mind. Well, I think I was looking to get back anyway, so I could give the eggs to some of the other people that we met. There's a lot to collect here, though. How many... Okay, we got 18. I could give...
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
Yeah, that did look a little weird. I think there's 2 people. Well, maybe not. I know there's the mayor. I don't know if there's somebody else that I can give egg to get another power core.
Fish breath speedboat at the dock.
Not yet, not yet. Let's see if I can get 20 of these bad boys. See what happens. Still on Tamba 2, yeah, but if you play it, it'll probably use your digital copy on PS3. Last you checked at work, but your old PS1 and PS2 games ended up pretty scratched. Okay. Fortunately, there's a local shop around my spot that does disc resurfacing. So all the old games that I had that were all scratched to hell,
So, you want to make a contribution?
I ended up taking to them and getting them resurfaced, and now they all work good.
Yeah. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
That sounds like he's about to orgasm. Hey, look at that. A little slam dunk. That's a new one. What's going on in there? Old copies of Spyro 2 and Slide 2 definitely don't work. I had to resurface one of the copies I bought for, I think, the original Sly. There was a huge gash in it. I was surprised it read at all because I plugged that in and I was able to play like a good 15 minutes of it, but then I took it out and looked at it. Massive gash like down the center, so it probably affects one of the later levels. But I had to go get that resurfaced. All of my Spyro games got scratched because I lent them out to there's a family that we knew that had kids, and I lent them my old PlayStation. I lent them some games. Oh my god, I lent them Klonoa Door to Phantomile, and that game is worth like $600 nowadays. But that game got scratched to hell. All my Spyro games, my Crash games, I had all those resurfaced, and now they all work pretty good. But yeah, it was pretty bad call on my part. I took pretty good care of them myself, but it's when I either lent them to other people or every once in a while some freak accident would happen where they'd get scratched. But I think everything that I owned that was scratched from way back when, I've been able to get resurfaced, and now it works pretty good. Oh man, I think we've talked to everybody. I just need one more power orb, and then we'd have the 20 we need to do whatever. I don't know if I can get over to these other places, though. Stupid shit like that is why you stop lending. Yeah, me too. Stop lending out stuff. Yeah, me too. I don't do it anymore. Last time I lent out a bunch of games, the person that I lent them to actually moved away and did not respond to any of my texts. So, learn my lesson. Hey, there we go. Never owned it physically. Recently played digital version on PS3. Really like Klonoa. Klonoa is a great little 2.5D platformer. It's a great game. Lunatea's Veil on PS2 is also really good. Unfortunately, they never released that one digitally. But I'm glad at least on PS3 they were able to release the original one. That game is hard to come by.
Who awakens the Oracle? Wait. One of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120
Cave of Wonders.
Precursor orbs
120.
Power cell I contain.
Okay, well I got that. Family moved away with game. Cousin somehow lent it to their cousin, and they lost it, so you ended up with nothing. Neighbor friend borrowed a controller. It comes back with the cord looking fucked up. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. But you want to be nice, so.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
You don't really think about it at the time, but after a while you start learning your lesson. Well, you got another one. Yeah, but we got the 20 we needed, so I mean, I guess I'll just be happy with that. Ah, shit. I gotta go back and I gotta play Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil on PS2, though. I might do that this year, just to finish up that series. Well, the main series, I guess. Because I did the original one that I own, physically, years ago. And then I did the remake on Wii. That one was alright, but, you know, I'd rather play the original. But anyway.
You've collected enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells, and hurry! My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
Okay. I thought we were just going to a workshop, but fair enough. But, I don't know, there's been a lot of rumor that there's gonna be something Klonoa related coming out, but I've yet to see any evidence of that. They did patent or license something, I forget what it was called. It's like the Wind something or other. I don't know. They licensed a new property for the Klonoa franchise, but we've yet to see any evidence of what that actually is.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get
Why don't
across,
those explode?
Don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Alright, fair enough. You remember this kid who was a cousin of your uncle's friend? You'd seen him twice recently. He was like, "Can I borrow your headset?" And you told him no. And he was like, "Why?" And you told him hell no. Yeah. Nowadays, if people ask to borrow things, I wouldn't trust them.
Hit those balloons to cool off.
Can I run into... Okay, cool. Oh, shit.
See if we can catch air off those lurkers. There's scout flies out here too.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. There's pickups on the actual vehicle segment. That kind of sucks. Shit.
Use the hop turn to steer harder.
Oh, wait, what? How do I do that? Just in time. Oh, shit. I don't know how to do the hard turn. Probably should let me in on these things before I actually get on the vehicle, but alright. Okay, so we could jump. I didn't know that. Shoot. So it reminds me of, speaking of the Super Star Wars franchise, there's a vehicle segment at the beginning of Return of the Jedi where you gotta hop over shit like this. Kind of feels similar in terms of controls, despite that being a 2D game. Ooh! Shoot!
To avoid those dark eco boxes, right?
Trying. Ugh.
Wahoo! We made it!
Yeah, there's a little bit of a close call there before, huh? Rock Village. Alright, I mean, we haven't had any, like, loading screens or anything, so I'm kind of impressed with this being a 6th-gen game and everything being, like, interconnected. It's a pretty big world. Maybe they started utilizing that hidden loading screen technology. Oh. Jump on that. Oh, you again.
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I can
Again? Shockmaster's greedy. Could probably get a good grip of him out of that thing. Gotta figure out a spot where I can get some power source though. Hello. Who are you?
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Sounds like Lara
we're
Croft.
the ones on a big quest here. We ask you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the Precursor Basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives.
More herding.
I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We can. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Of course. Alright. Oh, nice. I could break all of your barrels. Not your boxes, though. It's very demanding. What, the the statue thing? He's demanding, she's demanding, everybody's demanding. Everybody wants something. Nobody just wants to give me things for free. I don't know why. It's not a very... Well, I mean, it's kind of short distance-wise, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. Ah, like right before. Might be a faster way to do that, I don't know. Oh! Seems like I almost made it. Just when there's supposed to be a vehicle there. You never know. I don't always trust remasters. Sometimes there's things that are supposed to be in certain spots and then they don't end up being there. I guess I'm going to stop trying with this thing, though. This is probably going to be one of those games where I do some of it offline or off stream. Just because there's a lot to collect here. And I don't know how much of it is going to be important to get through the actual story bits. I mean, definitely not all of it, right? But it would just make things easier if we could get a lot of it kind of built up without actually having to go through the process of it.
Not another hero. I lost my short on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time race at Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
Alright. Burning through my egg collection awful quick. I think that might be the, that big area we saw. Might be the teleporter deal. I'm not 100% certain. I don't know what this is, though. What is this? Did he spawn the vehicle? I don't know. It's possible. I mean, he was talking about the whole race thing. I'm not too sure what we need to race. Lost Precursor City. Okay. Let me not go over there just yet then. I think we want to try and keep to the spot that we're already in.
Don't forget about the sage and me. You have to turn on the teleport gate to let us through. It's in the blue sage's lab by the end of Fire Canyon. If you don't let us through, then we can't help you.
Alright, alright. Well, maybe they do it. Maybe they're the ones that spawn a vehicle. Since they're talking about helping and everything. Why don't you go swimming out in the ocean? I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Yeah, I'm sure. It'll be like swimming in the ocean in Scarface. You think it's just going to be fine and safe and everything's going to be dandy, just like in Grand Theft Auto. But then you go too far and boy, you end up getting eaten by a shark. Oh, come on. That was enough. Did that not work? I think what I'm supposed to do is just jump on this, right? Or do I have to like slam or something? I felt like I had the blue charge while I was already on it.
I've got to get back to my research.
Okay, it sounded like you were coming through a telephone or something. Oh, that's a vehicle pad. Okay. Maybe it is. Whoa! They were just whipping around like crazy. Alright, well I definitely had it there. Nothing happened. So, that, I mean... Maybe it does spawn a vehicle. Maybe we just need to let the losers through.
Hang in there, little ones.
So apparently it's at the end of the fire canyon or something? Or is it back here? Seems to be what she was saying. Well, that's not enough of a charge to walk all the way back here. I don't think I could do that. Did I miss it? Was it back here somewhere? Blue sage, she says. Oh, maybe I just went a different direction. Oh, here it is, here it is.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation.
Yeah, Moneybags is just gonna come in and demand I give him precursor eggs for vehicles.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders.
Oh, that's what that is.
Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine.
Jack looks so uninterested.
Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his...
Of course I am.
Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you.
I wasn't, like, not going to take him with me. That guy's name is Samus? Alright. Well, looks like we got our work cut out for us. Sounds like he's being sarcastic.
Now,
what are you doing in there?
Get that levitator to work.
Seems like there's a lot to this, too. Bunch of Precursor City out that way. Alright, well, it looks like the bulk of the stuff is going to be down here. I mean, not, well, down here. I'm nodding my head as if people can see me. Alright, that just takes me back that way. Yeah, so I totally just skipped out on that to look somewhere else. Oh, there it is. I knew I heard one around here somewhere. I didn't drop one, did it? I can drop some of those orbs after like 7.
Blue Sage disappeared. You're going to need to collect 45 power cells to fuel his machine.
45? They better be coming up quick. 20 already took like 2 hours, just about. What's up with you?
Oh, my aching head.
Oh, it's cumulative. Alright, well that works.
Walk it off, tough guy.
I thought we just used them when we used them on the bike.
Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakao steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Because it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him.
I don't like his flappy visor.
At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom? All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll hit the pontoons.
Of course.
But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
Let me get that out of the way now.
Wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs. All right. I'll fix the bridge. But don't ask me to get involved with that creature again.
I ain't asking you to do shit, my friend. What the hell did he do? He just like will it into position? He's a bit of a crestfallen warrior, isn't he? He's not quite as... Well, he's a little bit sarcastic. Not as sarcastic as the one from Souls, but... Alright, that guy's gonna need some orbs too. But I need to regain my collection. Oh, what is heart stat? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's a reason why we don't go in the water. There we go. Wish they would just kind of like collect as soon as you get all 7 of them. Instead of dropping and then like you not being able to pick it up while you're standing there. Oh, this is a whole different area. Boggy swamp, eh? Two true identifiers of a Souls game. Poison swamp and a sad man on a bench. Doing the old Keanu Reeves. Oh my god! Well, there you go. Alright, well. We're not gonna be able to do that. So no point in going over that way. I guess I'll just have to find orbs and collect them and give them to other people. Which, like I said, I think I might end up just trying to do on my own time. Because, boy, there's a lot of people that want those goddamn orbs.
Nasty lurkers.
What'd you say to me? Let's go back here and see if something changed. Oh, look, there's a vehicle. These things look vicious in form of in terms of the body, but then the face.
That's one of those flying lurkers.
Probably wonder what triggered it. Probably opening the Samus portal. That could have been it. Yeah, it might have just been because I skipped that when you're supposed to do that, like right when you get into the area. And I just went in the other direction. It's kind of funny though. You'd think it'd be there at all times. God, these things are weird. So can only one occupy a hole at a time, or what's going on? It seems like there's only one hole, actually. Well, one just ran over another one, so I guess that's not the case. We also didn't get a little video for it popping in there. Alright. There's got to be other holes. More holes to fill. We kind of get a lay of the land over here. That's a pretty big area. I guess it's good because there's a lot of orbs to pick up. Shoot.
I'll say it again. Avoid the dark eco boxes!
Fell the hole in there. Precursor orb-shaped heart. Oh, this looks weird. Yep, plenty of holes to fill that way. God, there's so many goddamn eggs. They're hard to pick up. I just want to be able to drive near them and then have them be automatically collected. Oh, look, here's the check. Oh, no, wait, this is a race. Oh, no. I didn't want to do this. Here, let me turn back around. See if we can get out of it. There we go. Okay. I know. What the hell's Daxter doing? I need a Sparks over here. Swoop around and pick up stuff in my periphery. He's just sitting on his ass. I don't know what that is. That looks important, though. Let me get back up there.
One ring down, a bunch to go.
Oh. Fly through the rings. I guess. This is like Adventure Game 101. It's bringing back horrifying memories of Majora's Mask. Actually, you know, the Majora's Mask race wasn't that bad, but it's still a pain in the ass. God damn it. Need to know how to do those tighter turns. Ah! Shit. I was so close, I think. I don't know. Big rip moment. I wonder if there's a way to detonate those, like, remotely without having to smack yourself into one. Ooh, ooh. Alright, Sabotage. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Good chatting with you. But you have yourself a good night. Probably going to be playing this game sometime middle of next week. And Ratchet 2. And Sly. But we'll see when that happens. Shoot.
You've got to fly through each ring before they turn off.
I understand the concept, Daxter. Thanks. I was not expecting that one to be like off of the cliff. Damn. Oh well. The controls for this thing are a little bit, a little beansy. It's like you're on a slip and slide. Okay, I'll give this one more try. Damn it. Why did that one have such a grandiose failure music? Alright, that wasn't much of a try. But it's like you really gotta push it if you want to make a good turn. But then sometimes you end up turning too far. So, yeah, it could be a bit of an issue trying to readjust yourself if you don't know where these things are going to end up popping up. Which, I know where these things are going to end up popping up, and I'm still having an issue. But yeah, especially that one that popped up, like, off of the edge of the cliff. That screwed me up. Oh boy. Almost didn't make it. Purple Pain. Apt name. Let's see if there's any other sort of controls or anything I could mess with on this thing. I guess not. There's apparently something you could do to, like, make quick turns, and then there's obviously the little jump button, but there doesn't seem to be anything else I can use. Not 100% sure on the concepts of how we're supposed to herd these things either. Might have to go check back and check with the girl again. Oop. Yeah, well, at least we got the ring game thing done with. So can't be too upset with that. Let me see what she says.
Oh, you have the orbs.
Oh.
Here's a power cell we agreed upon.
Okay, well, there's the one power cell. Oh, okay. You want to run down the whole herding thing with me again? I guess not. Oh, wait, there we go.
Did you herd those lightning moles back underground? You should hurry. The direct sunlight isn't good for them.
Okay.
Brooks have feelings too.
Did they release? Yeah, I guess they did release the other Time Splitters on PS2. I've got the first one on PS2, and then I've got Future Perfect and the second one on Xbox. I forget what the second one's called. I've played them. I haven't beaten any of them because I don't know. I just haven't. It's one of those situations, again, where I just haven't had the desire to go through and play them all the way. But that was another game series that I was thinking of playing through. I just haven't had a good time to do it yet. I was actually thinking of playing it when I did GoldenEye, because especially the first two, those are heavily influenced by GoldenEye. And then the third one's a little bit more of just a standard action shooter. But yeah, those first two in particular, those are really, really like taking aspects of the GoldenEye gameplay design. So I was thinking about doing it earlier last year, but it just didn't end up working out. So just one of those things. That was the first game your parents finally allowed you to play shooter games besides Tomb Raider. I got you. Makes sense. Makes sense. They're pretty tame. I feel like the first one sometimes, well, actually the second one too, they got into some like wacky territory sometimes, kind of getting into like the horror elements, but they're pretty fun. The first one is super linear though. It's like basically there's no campaign necessarily. It's just different scenarios, and they basically have you do the same tasks throughout the duration of the game. I will say it's got for not having like a strong story or anything, it's got a lot of character. And boy, does it have a lot of unlockable characters too. That's another aspect of it. But all those games were always relatively fun and had little unlockables and other things like that. I think I'm gonna call it here though. We've been playing both these games. I did Ratchet and Clank for 2 hours, and I did Jak and Daxter for 2 hours, so I feel like that's good enough. 4-hour stream too, that's not bad. They just plot you anywhere and shoot you. You just shoot people. Yeah, basically. That's just kind of the ends of it. Of course, by the time you get to the sequel, that second one, they actually have like an actual mission structure and objectives and stuff. So it was definitely a step up, whereas the first one was purely gameplay. And then it had like a nice, little package surrounding it based on, the character designs and other things like that. But yeah, the odds and ends of it were basically just going around and shooting stuff. And then you have to go collect something at the end of the level, and then you have to bring it back to the start of the level. That was basically it. But it's still fun regardless. I think if I ever stream that game, it's just kind of, with the first one, it's just kind of going through some of the levels, not even necessarily checking them all out. We'll see if I ever do end up doing that though. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it as always. Thank you, Skirty. Always good chatting with you. Doesn't look like anybody I know is streaming right now, and I'm just probably gonna leave it at that. Maybe we'll raid somebody some other time. Next time I stream, I'm going to do Rise of the Tomb Raider. So we'll get back into that game, and then the stream after that, I'm gonna start up Sly Cooper, and then probably play a little more of Ratchet and Clank, and then 2 streams after that, I'll do Jak and Daxter and probably Sly. So you see how this pattern's kind of going. But yeah, 3 games, and it's gonna take some doing to get through all 3 of them, but it should be fun. I've enjoyed these 2 games so far from what I've played, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Appreciate it. And everybody else, take care. Have a good night. I'll try to be back tomorrow. We'll see about doing some Tomb Raider, and then we'll get back to these PS2 mascot games next week. So anyway, you guys have a good night. See you around next time.